Hello there, everyone. I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. And I'm here with my editorial video blog for April of 2020. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you far, far more than you probably realize. Thanks so much for being here and staying healthy. Here's my blog. Last month, in my editorial video blog, I talked all about the importance of community. I didn't realize when I wrote it that I was predicting the very near future. You can go into my archived articles on my website at www.sandyanastasi.com and either watch or read that article. It's pretty amazing. Here are my thoughts as we begin this month. With recent events involving the Chinese coronavirus that has now spread as quickly and all too often as devastatingly as Australia's wildfires, but to nearly all parts of the world. All of us worldwide are really seeing that the whole world itself is a community. What happens, you see, in one part of the world absolutely does affect what happens in another part of it. As with all communities, the actions of any one member affects all of the members. We are seeing now this played out hour by hour as the spread of the coronavirus increases in nations and communities and even households in which individuals aren't doing their part consciously to prevent its spread. I won't go into the procedures, the policies, the preventive measures that you can take. There are plenty of websites and news programs that will tell you those things. I want to talk about self-responsibility. It's so obviously needed now, and we can all see it because of the spread of this virus, but it extends to every other area of our life too. Self-responsibility is needed to become a true citizen of our world community. Self-responsibility means holding yourself responsible for thinking first before speaking or acting. It means taking the time to really see, to investigate, and to understand what's going on around you. That means that you must become what's called situationally aware. It means thinking ahead. It means taking into consideration how your words and actions will affect others, not just yourself. It means recognizing where your actions will potentially lead. It means recognizing and asking for help when you need it. It means accepting and dealing with the results your words and actions have created, whether or not you liked them. It means growing up and truly becoming an adult human being. Self-responsibility means being responsible to and for yourself first, as an adult member of your community. You have no right to be a decision maker or leader in your community unless and until you have accepted and enacted self-responsibility. Adulthood is the result of being self-responsible, not how old you are. Next, you must be responsible for your mate and your family. Are there family members who don't understand self-responsibility? Whose actions place other family members at risk? Then, part of your responsibility as a community member in your family is to create and enforce rules for them to live by that will guide them until they are mature enough to become self-responsible. The same thing holds true of your friends and the groups that you belong to. If they, each and every one of them, does not act responsibly, you need to either help create and enforce rules that guide your behavior in a way that benefits and keeps your community of friends safe, or else you need to eliminate them from your life, and certainly from your family community. If the community of friends itself is devoid of responsible behavior and it continues to put its members at risk, not only is it putting you and your family at risk, it's putting other communities and many, many other people at risk too. I think you're now getting what I'm saying. Each of us is firstly a member of our family community, but we are also members of successively larger communities until finally we are members of the world community. To be a valued member of any community requires us to be self-responsible. And self-responsibility begins with ourselves and our smallest community first. It begins with our family. When any of the communities we belong to is not acting responsibly, will not change to incorporate safe processes for itself, its members, or others, well, it's time for us to leave it. I have made many difficult decisions in my life for the above reasons. The most recent was my decision to cancel this year's psychic cruise with my business. I was really on the fence as that decision affected so many people in our community. But when I heard that the port our ship was sailing from had 3 employees come down with coronavirus, I knew within 14 days of incubation, those 3 employees could have infected thousands of other people. I couldn't run the risk of putting my people at risk when they passed through that terminal, no matter how many predictions and precautions the cruise line told us they would take. I canceled the cruise. It was the responsible thing to do. That action created many repercussions that I and my staff will have to deal with, and that the passengers in my group will have to deal with. But it was the responsible thing to do, and it was the safe thing to do. I did hear that the day after I canceled, the terminal also canceled cruises for several days and then shut down international cruises. So they were being responsible as well. My friends, as you move through life right now, use this worldwide medical emergency to step back and look at your life. Look at your community of family, friends, groups. Look at your municipality, even your nation, as an opportunity to become more self-responsible, to protect the safety and well-being of those you love. Align yourself with those taking actions to relieve the stress, to promote health and safety and well-being, and that provide calm leadership. Step away from those things that promote chaos, hurt, harm, disinformation, negativity. Put your efforts and energy into hope, into health, and into healing for our world. Those of you who are healers, I invite you to join me on my next Psychic Hour at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be on Sunday, April 5th. That hour is an opportunity for everyone attending to ask their psychic questions of me and my guides. But this time, I'm going to begin this very special Psychic Hour with a healing meditation where we will join together to send healing to the world and to all fighting the coronavirus. I'm Sandy Anastasi, and once again, I want to thank you for being here, for staying to listen and to read about my perceptions concerning what's going on in the world right now and what we, as human beings, as caring, responsible human beings, can do about it. Please visit me on my website. I'm at www.sandyanastasi.com. While you're there, sign up for my free psychic hour And sign up for my free newsletter as well. And I'm going to give you a free gift for doing that. I so look forward to seeing you on my Psychic Hour when we do our healing meditation. Thank you so much. I'll be back next month with more thoughts. Goodbye for now.